be one completely in the area of finance, there should be absolute transparency. Both of you are accountable to each other. Nothing is hidden. Each person is spending on his own or her own in the home without the knowledge of another person. That is not what God designed this to be. Hello viewers, welcome to another episode of Contextual Discipleship. This is the marriage series. Today we will be talking about financial oneness in marriage. And I'd like to assure you that this topic is very crucial, very important in our time. This has become so volatile that many homes have been torn apart because they do not understand what God meant when He said, two shall be one. And in that oneness, finance is inclusive. Now we'll take our text from Matthew chapter 19, verse 6, which says, "Wherefore there are no more two, but one flesh. What therefore God has joined together, let no man put asunder." When the Lord says, "Wherefore there are no more two, but one flesh," this issue includes finance. Before marriage, each may possess things differently. You may have a car, she may have the house. Those kind of possessions are what I'm referring to that might be different. But once you come together as husband and wife, running these things are supposed to be put together. It belongs to the two of you now, not bearing the name of one person to say, okay, this is my car, give me my car. This is my house, move out of my house. It's no longer going to be that way. It becomes ours. The two are no more separately holding things in their separate names. It doesn't happen that way. All the things you have now belongs to the two of you on equal ground. You decide which accommodation among the two that you want to move into. If the husband has three bedroom and the wife has 4 bedroom, you sit down together and decide, should we move to the 3 bedroom or we should move to the the 4 bedroom? Now, when you agree amongst yourselves, you move to that which is more convenient and comfortable for you. But that accommodation is our accommodation. Not my wife's accommodation, not my husband's accommodation. That is how God meant it. That to be one completely in the area of finance, there should be absolute transparency. And in this transparency, both of you are accountable to each other. Nothing is hidden. You don't hide anything from anyone. The husband should know what comes in. The wife should know what comes in. Both of you should know what you own in the house, because this belongs to both of you and on equal ground. Nothing must be hidden from each other. When income that you bring into the family comes, you put that income together. Assuming the man is earning maybe 200,000 and the wife is earning 500,000. That money is put together as one. It may be in different accounts, but in your head, in your mind, everything that you know is that this 300 plus 500, that is 800,000 that belongs to two of you. This is what it should be. Anything short of that each person is spending what he or she has gotten, either as salary or in business and so on, and each person is spending on his own or her own in the home without the knowledge of another person, that is not what God designs this to be. The decision on what to buy, the project you want to run, assuming you want to buy a car, both of you will decide to say, okay, let's save for this car that we are going to buy. And in that saving, how much should we be saving every month? Or if you took a loan, for example, how much should we be paying for the loan until we offset it? It's a decision that two of you will make. And once you make that decision, be faithful to it. And know that whatever you are spending or whatever you are removing from your income it should be in such a way that both of you have knowledge of it. Whichever account is coming from to augment or set that debt, it's two of you doing that together. In that case, you will be working as one. What to leave in each person's hands in case you need to buy this or buy that on your own, you decide. And what you should withdraw, you also decide. So there has to be this transparency between the two of you. No suspicion, no feeling that, look, my wife is cheating on me or my husband is cheating on me. It shouldn't be that way. You must be transparent to each other at all times. In that case, this oneness in marriage, oneness in finance, oneness in everything, you will definitely accomplish it. But anything short of that, you will not. Now, in this regards, love and consideration of one another is uppermost. That means you love your wife, she loves you. And it's based on this love and trust that you can expose yourself even to financial level without fearing. Now, accountability to each other on the disbursement of the finance in the home is very, very important. Very, very important. You need to be accountable to one another. You might not necessarily be going to the bank together to withdraw the money together, or using your ATM and then each person no, that is not it. But if you are withdrawing 300, for example, let the next party know that we are withdrawing 300 for ABCD in the home. That is very crucial. If you spend anything anywhere outside, for example, let the person knows. Now, it may shock you that in our own home, my wife and I, we run both joint accounts as well as separate accounts. But even in that, all my ATM cards are with her because she is the one that manages the home and she does it very well. Before now, she used to be a very serious spendthrift, that any money that enters into her hand, she doesn't even know how to spend and to give account. That was even before we got married. But when we got married, I told her, I said, you will manage the resources of this home. And she was taken aback. Say, that I know how to be a spendthrift. Why am I placing such a responsibility on her? I said, that's what God told me. And I'm not afraid. So I released every resources into her hands to spend and to use and to run the house. And she started. The first month, it was really a struggle because before the month ends, both of us were earning salary. Everything finished. And she became worried. I said, well, God asked me to do this, so you have to sit up. And the following month, we had excess because she was now prudent in the spending. And from that moment till now that I'm speaking to you, she runs the home. She has all my ATM cards. When she goes to withdraw, I receive the alert. But before she goes, we will discuss. Say, these are things we need. We want to buy that. Whether they are capital projects or day-to-day running, no problem. So she goes with the ATM card, whichever bank she knows there's money, she goes to withdraw. Her own personal ATM cards are with her. Mine is also with her. So when she withdraws, I receive the alert. When she comes back home, we thank God that God gave us this to use for the running of the home. And for any project, if we are helping anybody in school, doing anything outside, it's with the knowledge of both of us because we are accountable to each other. So there is nothing like, oh, my husband, you did this, you didn't tell me. No. Before I go to do it, we will discuss, we agree. So this is what I'm referring to as accountability of disbursement of the account that you have. It is not always compulsory to keep a joint account, though it is desirable. But however, or whenever account is open for both of you, you don't necessarily to tell the bank, two of us must be present to sign before you collect the money. No. In our own case, the joint account we have, we say any. We told the bank any. And the day we were opening the account, the guy looked at us and said, what do you mean by any? We say, yes, If I want to withdraw, I come here, I will withdraw from this account. If she wants to withdraw and she comes here, she will withdraw from that account. That's what we mean by any. And they were looking at us as if, who are these human beings? And that is what we operate. We don't necessarily need to sign the check, both of us. And these days that you hardly even go to bank for such transaction, it's even easier. So there has to be discussion before you do some of these withdrawals.